Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Yoruus speaking and welcome to the introduction summary for the stream that I did on Friday night. So this is going to be multiplayer game number 80, if I remember correctly, and as you can probably see, I'm doing something different. Well, I need to wait for my wife, so I actually decided to get my PC out of the bag and actually record this introduction in here. Well, that's kind of a good idea. Let's not, go out from time to time, right? You cannot spend your whole life in front of a PC, right? There's still something outside. All right, but anyways, let's focus on the game. So I've got in this game Mr. Singh. If I remember correctly, he's playing USA. We've got Not SGN Evil. We've got D-Lock. We've got the Richie. And we've got SLKLE. And at this screenshot, I do not remember exactly which civs did they play. But nevertheless, we will find out soon enough. Let's just say I rolled Morocco. And I rolled a pretty damn nice start. But first of all, this is a free-for-all game. So free-for-all, 6 players, no quitters game. You can find the link to the stream. Let's say the link is gonna be here, somewhere here, or in the description below. So you can find the link there. I will not re-upload the game. I will just wait when YouTube will digest it correctly and upload it in 1080 at 720p, basically. So let's get to the game itself. So I rolled Morocco. I said a pretty decent start. A mountain, a hill, a lot of citrus, a marble, and I was like, hell yeah, this is going to rock and roll. And you can actually see the train, and you can hear the train. Hello, train. That's loud, but this is what you get outside. Birds, train, and stuff like that. So I rolled Morocco. I rolled a pretty decent start, and I was like thinking, oh my goodness, this is awesome. In north I found a natural wonder and was like, no, why did you go there? Why did you go there with your capital? It's so nice. But anyways, pretty nice land and not that much luxuries, but still quite a lot of luxuries, quite a lot of mountains, quite a lot of space. And I scouted south and I was like thinking, oh my goodness, hell yeah, this is a lot of space. Oh, did I forget? Spoiler alert, if you don't want to, I'm going to the summary part right now, so if you do not want to know how the game went or what did happen and you actually want to watch the game from the start, go to that stream and watch that game. But if you want to know the summary and you want to hear what the game is all about, so you can decide if you want to actually watch the game or not, then check out right now. Damn yours thing. So I got quite a nice piece of land in here, and I scouted south and I was like super happy. Oh yeah, this stuff is liberty action. This is absolutely liberty action. But then something absolutely unpleasant happened, and let me show you what. And here we are. This is what actually did happen. I had Ethiopia as my closest neighbors, though I was seeing, like, I've seen citrus, I've seen marble, I've seen isons, I've seen gems, dyes, silver, and like enormous amounts of space. I was like exploring happily south. I was happily exploring south without meeting anyone. I had a huge mountain range. I was like thinking, sweet, gonna go liberty, gonna spam a lot of cities, since like looking like I'm all alone in here and I will have fun. And then suddenly my scout went northeast, and I was like, boom, Ethiopia's capital. So damn close. And I was like, no, man, you just can't do it. You're gonna expand my weight, aren't you? And yeah, this is exactly what he did. He expanded towards me, blocking absolutely everything in here. And I mean, like, seriously, he blocked absolutely everything in here. So I was like, no, what do I do now? What do I do? I went Liberty already. I don't have place for cities. Yes, I planned a second extra city really fast. I was trying to get Petra in that city. I mean, that city would look so awesome, a lot of desert, Casbah rolling in. But Ethiopia is here, then the land is really not accessible. Either he can't attack me, to be honest, and I cannot attack him, but I still don't have room for much more cities. So I was like thinking, what to do. And I figured out that the best option for me is to just sit there, relax, focus a little bit on science, focus on growing my capital, especially as much as possible, and get as much gold as possible, and do it the autocracy style. So basically, oh, nice sounds in here. So basically, go peaceful, tech up, get as much gold rolling in, as much diplomacy action as possible, and go for a domination victory in the late game. Either with artillery, either with planes, or something else, depending how the world will look at the stage when I'll actually be able to use a sea. But that was basically the thing I was planning to do. So basically from this point, from like turn 41 until the next screenshot, which I actually don't know which turn it's going to be, I was basically following up that plan. So putting as much diplomacy in action, trying to get my economy in science as much as possible, getting as much population in my capital, and staying as peaceful as possible, at the same time doing quite a lot of diplomacy. There was not too much going on. I mean, like, SLKLA, if I remember correctly, was playing China. He was playing China, and he was pretty much rolled by Mr. Singh, playing America pretty quickly. So no Chukanu action, nothing. Mr. Singh just killed him with frigates. Then on my continent, I got Ethiopia in between me and Sweden, and Sweden was doing great. He had crazy capital. I was very lucky that I didn't lose Petra to him. If he wouldn't be greedy, or maybe if he saw what I'm doing, but he went for Hanging Gardens into Stonehenge, and he still had desert. He had such a huge, greatly Petra capital, but he made Hanging Gardens, and then he started to go Stonehenge, and he actually left Petra. He did try to build it later on. I don't know how many turns he missed, but I feel that I was super lucky. I was super lucky to actually manage to snatch Petra in my second city, because I was hard building in my second city, and I was happy to start for the most of the time. So I didn't have huge hammers in there, but I managed to get it, and that was like, hell yeah. With Casbah, Petra Hills, those tiles could yield 2 food, 2 hammers, 1 gold. That's a well, what am I saying? 2 food, 4 hammers, 1 gold. That's what you get if you put on a hill, on a Petra desert hill, a Casbah. So pretty nice tile, if you ask me. So thankfully I got it, but from that point I was basically just sitting there peacefully. And Sweden was really looking crazy at score. Mr. Singh was doing really great at science. China was dead. Ethiopia was not doing that great. He absolutely overspammed cities at some point, and Celts were not doing that well as well. Darichi playing Celts was not doing the best as well. So I tried to stay like an underdog, so look very weak, and try to diplomacy a bit between USA and Sweden, so putting them into a collision course. I didn't have to do much, let's be honest. I didn't have to do much because they were truly looking like the leaders of this game. So now let me show you what was going on. Okie doke, and here we are. So this is how my empire looked at turn 155. So I skipped over 100 turns, but as I said, I didn't do too much. So let me just focus on this screenshot. As you can see, I managed to snatch Machu Picchu in my capital. I managed to snatch Petra, and I believe I will be able to snatch Eiffel Tower, though I'm not that sure. I don't remember that correctly. I think I do, but look at Rabat. Rabat is such a lovely city. I managed to grow the city to population 17 at this point. I was trying to rock gold as much as possible, and I was happily staying on 3 cities with absolutely no army. As you can see on the screenshot, I had no army. I'm like absolutely no army whatsoever. I was going for research labs. I was rocking science. Well, I couldn't say I was rocking science, but I was not that bad, because though Sweden and America, who is doing really great, they did wage war. I think they did. Well, they were on a collision course basically. I picked autocracy. They picked, I think, freedom and order. Well, the usual stuff. So on demographics, they was looking great. I definitely didn't have the hammers or anything ready to threaten them. And I actually like this situation because nobody cared too much about me. I was just sitting here, peacefully taking up and reaching a point when my autocracy. I'm like, I even have only 1 point at rationalist, I believe. I just went commerce straight away. Commerce to... I was filling up commerce, I believe. I'm like, I got only autocracy 10 and 3, so I got the gold. I got the, I don't know, combat bonus, I believe. I've got production and experience, and that's all I got from autocracy. I opened rationalism, and then I finished up commerce, basically, because I went for liberty. And I didn't even finish tradition. I only got monarchy, if I believe correctly. So not too cool stuff. Definitely messing social policies a lot. And I was rocking extra fate, so I was thinking at some point, I have no chance to catch up in science. I have no chance to catch up in production. The only chance I do have is to sneak in autocracy domination victory in here. That meant for me not even trying to get crucial techs. I had pretty nice science. I was producing great scientists, don't get me wrong, and I was stealing quite a lot of techs with my spies thanks to autocracy. Alright, the autocracy tenant for spies. So I was rocking pretty steady there, but I knew I have no chance for a scientific victory or any other sort of victory, so I was definitely going for domination. So looking as an underdog as much as possible, looking very weak. Just getting that, just getting commerce up, getting the fate up, and using gold later on buying units and killing my closest neighbors, basically. So let me show you how this actually turned out. Okay, and here we are, turn 184. What's up, you probably are asking. Well, you see Ethiopia as number 1 on the scoreboard. No, it's not true. He's not doing that great. You see me sitting on 3 scientists, and you see me fulfilling a pro-ration. And you see me with 12 planes. So, what happened? Well, I will tell you what happened. They left me alone still. USA and Sweden was fighting with each other. I think Sweden got nuked pretty bad on his capital, but still was holding, so they were keeping busy, and diplomatically they still wanted me to, well, America wanted me to help against Sweden. Hello, another train. Next time I will need to find some other place to record. So America wanted to help me against Sweden, and Sweden, You serious? I'm recording in here. Come on, you can't see this? So America wanted to kill me to help him kill Sweden, and the other way around, Sweden wanted me to kill America, help him kill America. Well, I had absolutely other plans, which doesn't mean I didn't sort of... Yeah, I had different plans, let's be honest with that. But I couldn't reach America because he was on the other side of the coast, I mean like ocean. I had only one coastal city. I couldn't reach Sweden because I had Ethiopian between me and Sweden. I was pretty much afraid of nukes. I was really afraid that USA will sneak in a boat and nuke me, but I think he followed some sort of a different path and never got a carrier because he took China, so he had Sweden's capital in nuke range, and he absolutely did that, and he wasn't paying attention to me. So I'm very well prepared at the screenshot. Basically, I have the... Well, I don't have the gold yet. I think I gave... No, I don't have the gold because I already used it. I bought 12 planes. 12 planes with triple promos. So a set of planes with land army promo and healing, and a set of planes with siege and healing. And I was finishing Prora. I was on my merry way to finish up commerce. And I had my scientists prepared to burn into improved bombers, basically. Improved planes. And Ethiopia was not knowing what's gonna come to his doorstep, basically. So he left me in here very, very peacefully. Americans soon was keeping busy with themselves. And, well, I decided it's time to definitely break the deal to start killing Ethiopia and start working my way towards Sweden. And here we are. So this was the one of the shortest campaigns ever. I basically killed Ethiopia. Well, I just slaughtered him. He had absolutely no defenses. Couple of Great War inventories, couple Mehel Safari, no planes, no anti-aircraft units. He was so behind in tech, and he had absolutely no army that could be able to defend against me. So I took his cities one by one, very, very quickly, without any losses. One paratrooper and 12 planes. Well, more planes, but 1 or 2 paratroopers and planes. That's all. And he fall really, really quickly. So not the best times for Ethiopia. Sorry, D-Log, about it. Not the best times for Ethiopia. And on the other side, well, a lot of good stuff actually happened. As you can see on the screenshot, look at Sweden. I mean, like, look at Sweden's cities. He was sitting on 5 cities, and he lost his capital. But look at those cities. He was like a beast. He was like a beast. Sweden was a beast in this game. But USA was a much bigger animal in this game, and he nuked his capital into pieces. He didn't manage to get bomb shelters, and he just took that capital with XCOM, if I remember correctly. So that was the huge advantage from American Sweden over me, but that actually was serving my purpose really, really great. Because they fought each other, they were putting a lot of resources into it, and at that time I just got Ethiopia out of the question. I had my army, I had my happiness, I bought a lot of great merchants, so I had the gold, and I was actually buying fleet right now. So my next target was Mr. Singh, and Mr. Singh was... I think he thought that he's in a pretty shape against me. He tried to take Lalibela. Well, actually, he took Lalibela. He took Lalibela with B-70s that he had in Stockholm with a couple of XCOMs. But then Lalibela was not in nuke range to my capital, so he nuked Harar. Yes, he took 6 of my planes, but he couldn't pass. I had enough planes there to actually take Lalibela back and start shooting on Stockholm. And on the other side, I was slowly getting ready to attack his capital. Okay, and here we are, the last come on, Yoruus, spell out the last screenshot. So basically Mr. Singh GG'd at this point. He was not expecting fleet from me. I already reached XComs thanks to some tech stealing. I had the goal, the income to actually buy a lot of units really quickly. So I had the income. Everything was basically working very well in here for me. So what, I was just waiting for nukes basically to nuke his capital. I had a cruiser ready. Yes, he had stealth bombers, but I don't think he saw my missile cruiser, so I was just waiting for to nuke his capital and take with some XComs. It was pretty available to me. So basically he GG'd. I think he was right to do so. Was not expecting such a huge army from me. What is funny though is I was trying to get nukes without actually having the tech. That was really hilarious. So what else? Well, basically that's it. It was a pretty interesting game. I was playing like a huge underdog for the most of the game, but thankfully it actually worked out correctly. So I definitely invite you to watch the game. The link is in the description below, or in here, hopefully. I think my PC is actually lacking batteries right now. I hope it's all will record correctly. So I invite you to watch the game. It's a pretty fun game, though only theoretically active at the end, but still a cool game. So thank you very much for the game, everyone. I really enjoyed this one. Something different, something that actually worked out pretty well, even better than I was expecting. So that's an approach to such games. Anyways, one more time, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Best wishes. Yoruus out.